Okay. Glad to have the cup back in Seattle. Proud of our guys, proud of our team. I thought that they came out ready to play. We talked about it all week, or really 2 weeks with the bye week. On this is a game that we had to win, that we had to come out and play our best football and play as a team. Love the way our guys played, really from the get-go, offensively scoring a touchdown on the first drive and in the subsequent 8 out of the 9 drives was pretty awesome. I think defensively, 3 takeaways, man. We've been emphasizing taking the ball away, take the ball away. For Alex to get a touchdown off of one. Dylan Robinson's punch out was awesome. That was a lot of fun to see. And then our kicking game was really good today. We had 1 field goal, 51-yarder. That's a career high for Grady. Fired up about that for him, and didn't have to punt. So that's always a good thing. But our kickoffs were outstanding. They were all touchbacks, I believe, and I think we had 9 kickoffs today. So excited about that, excited where we are. Good to be 3-0. It's good to be 3-0 and go back home. Obviously, we know we got some great challenges ahead of us, but we're going to celebrate this one tonight. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to get right back at it and start preparing for the next one.
Jedd, a record for points in the Apple Cup. Did you know that was the record going into today, and was that a target?
No, I didn't know it. I didn't know that was the record. I knew that there was 51 scored, I thought, a couple years ago. I think it was 51-33 or something like that. But, no, we just like to score when we have the ball. And so we had the ball 9 times, so we were able to, I think it was, so we were able to score 8 touchdowns, I think, and 1 field goal. So I'm proud of our guys. I thought they did a great job executing. Damon is sensational. I think a lot of the country saw what Damon can do today, being a national game. And we'll see what it looks like in the future. But he's super special, and I can't wait to see him keep getting better.
Do you feel any vindication for this, considering how last year went?
No, it's a different team, different year, different everything. This team is a really good team. You guys have asked for a year, how do you win on the road? You bring the better team. You bring a good team. We brought a good team on the road today, and that's why it looked the way it did.
With Damon, he makes so many plays that are improbable, and I think he probably has that confidence that he can make every play. I'm just wondering for you as a coach, where's the line with him for wanting him to kind of avoid some of those hits, but also knowing that he successfully extends so many of those plays?
Yeah, I mean, I'll continue to educate Damon the best I can in terms of, continue to make smart decisions. But, with his feet, with his throws, with when he's scrambling, when he's throwing it away, et cetera. But Damon's played like this his whole life. That's what we recruited. We recruited a player that makes plays when the play isn't there right away. He makes plays. He stands in the pocket and makes tough throws and is not afraid to do that. He makes plays outside of the framework of the play at times. And I'm not going to slow Damon down. Damon's a special, special player, and just proud to coach him.
It was kind of a shootout for almost 3 full quarters. You were up by 7 near the end of the third. And did you just wear him down?
Well, I think what happened was we wound up taking the ball away, and that we needed to get a takeaway. And that Alex McLaughlin interception for a touchdown, I really think changed a lot of the momentum. We wound up getting in a situation where I think they had 3 possessions in a row where they scored touchdowns, maybe, and then. They had the ball again, and we got that takeaway. And then when we got that takeaway, and then we were able to score. I think that's what separated the game, and then gave our defense back the confidence that they needed to go back and get after it. And then after that, I think all the momentum turned in our favor.
What do you think allowed them? They had no answer for Denzel. It looked like that early. Was that something you came into the game knowing that you had a mismatch there?
Yeah, well, I mean, they were playing a lot of 2 deep and a lot of 3 cloud, and they were rolling over to Denzel a bunch. So we didn't have we had to create different places to get him the ball, and we were expecting that from them. We understand that they were going to do some things to try to take Denzel away, but Denzel's a really good player, and he was able to adjust to some of the coverage schemes and make some plays.
What do you think allowed them to have some success in the passing game against you guys in those first 3 quarters at least?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, some of the plays they made were pretty special plays. I mean, there was just one-on-one balls that they completed, that they came down with. I think there was 3 of them that I could think of. 4 of them, one was a corner route on Alex. A couple of them were on Leroy on some plays versus man, and whatever. And then they hit a slant on Leroy, and So it was just one of those deals that we were playing man coverage, and they got us on a couple plays. I thought their receivers made some big-time catches, some tough catches. And then I think we adjusted and made some adjustments in some of our coverages and made some adjustments with personnel and slowed them down in the fourth.
Jonah was never really able to make an impact on the ground, but he made an impact with his hands. What does it say about him that he's able to pivot his game when it calls for it?
Yeah, I mean, Jonah's a great player, right? He's a great player. He's a great receiver. I don't know how many plays we had in the game. I don't feel like we had that many. We only had 52 offensive plays, so we only threw the ball 19 times in the game, and ran it 33. It just happened to be the Damon had 13 of those runs. Jonah had 12, so Jonah averaged over 5 yards a carry, but just never. There wasn't maybe the 20 carries that you guys are accustomed to seeing. But Adam had 6 for 28. But I think the biggest difference was Damon ran the ball for 116 yards and threw the ball for, whatever he threw it for today, which was 300 probably. 298 yards. Should have gotten him another throw.
Was Decario close to being able to go, and are you optimistic he'll be able to play next week?
We worked him out before the game, and he wasn't able to go today. We'll have to reevaluate again tomorrow, and we will do everything we can all week long. Buddha's unfortunate right now. We don't know exactly what it is, but it didn't look good. So we're going to pray that it's not as bad as it could be, and we hope that we can get him back quickly. But we won't know until we get the MRI and everything tomorrow.
How good was your offensive line today?
The offensive line has been good, for the last 3 games. They're playing at a very high level. They got us a little bit early. They made some plays on us now. We got sacked a few too many times today. And they got some negative plays on us. So we're going to get to the drawing board there and continue to work on some of those games that they ran on us. And, but for the most part, I think our offensive line continues to be a big piece of the offensive puzzle.
What was it like to see Denzel have that performance, considering that he heard a lot of noise after the last Apple Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy for Denzel. I mean, what do you have, 2 touchdowns and 100 yards receiving, 107 yards receiving? Denzel's a great player. He's a great football player, and he does whatever we ask him to do. We ask him to play special teams. He does that. Now he's got, 3 touchdowns on the year receiving, and 1 in punt. So excited about that for Denzel, and we'll continue to utilize all of his skills.
What does your first Apple Cup win mean to you, Coach?
It means a lot to our program, to our team. I'm just proud of our players, our staff, our administration. I'm happy for Pat. Give him a game ball as well today. But, in the end, these are important games. Rivalry games are really important. I love the way our players played. And, we'll enjoy this one, and then we'll move on.
Okay, thanks, everybody.
Okay, thank you.
You took a lot of hits today. How you feeling?
I'm straight. I'm good.
Jed mentioned before that you guys talked about the locker room last year, how it felt to lose this game. How does it feel now to be on the other side?
It feels great for sure. I mean, every win, feels great, but especially against your rival and, offense having a really dominant game and, just trying to keep it rolling.
Your offense reset really fast after you got dumped on the first play for a sack. You're in the end zone like 8 plays later, I think. Does that just show how high-powered you guys are and what you're capable of doing?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say that shows just all resiliency. As an offense, nobody wavered. Nobody batted an eye of a negative play, especially on the first play. The next play we had a 20-yard reception. So I would just say, it's just us as an offense just continuing to succeed.
Right, gonna bring Alex up in here.
What did you see from their defense on film that you guys wanted to attack today?
Yeah, I mean, we knew they played a soft zone, and we were going to try to get it out of them quick. And I feel like we took a lot of early shots, and that definitely helped them, soften up, scoot back a little bit more, and that opened up opportunities for, the quarterback run game, our run game in general, and especially the checkdowns. To Jonah, I mean, you saw him have 100 receiving yards. That just shows how much of a complete back he is and how the O-line responded.
Damon, you've been able to kind of create and improvise so successfully, I'm assuming probably your whole life, and I'm just wondering, how do you feel where the line is between trying to extend plays and getting down and protecting yourself? Where is that line for you?
Yeah, for me, it really just depends on down and distance. a lot of the time, you're trying to make plays on third down, extend drives, or, if it's base downs, first, second down, you're trying to, just get the ball out. So I would say, it just depends on the situation and continue to try to move forward every down.
Damon, what was your favorite play tonight?
All of them, honestly. I would say just as a whole offense, I feel like we played really well, and there's obviously stuff we got to work on, especially in the first half, and continuing to address that as a team is going to be super important moving forward.
Give me one.
Probably the touchdown run. Just 'cause I like my celebration.
Alex, could you talk about the interception return?
I was guarding my man. I looked up and I saw the ball and I saw nothing but green, so I just ran straight and scored.
Alex, what's your perspective on, you've defended Damon a lot in practice and just seeing kind of what he brings to the table. What's that like from a defensive perspective? How would you describe that?
I grew up watching Damon. We're from the same area. I played him in high school, so I know what he's about. I know how much of a baller he is, so it's just great to see him do his thing because I've known him since he was a kid. So,
Damon, could you just kind of walk us through the two-play sequence there where you take the 5-yard loss on the run in the red zone and then the touchdown pass to Denzel? Just what did you guys see on both those plays with those calls, and what were you looking for?
Yeah, I just told Coach, I wanted the ball in my hands in that situation, and, he trusted me, and we just didn't block it right. But, once again, just resiliency as an offense, and, no one ever wavered, nobody ever batted an eye in the huddle, and we knew what it was. I saw one-on-one with Denzel, and, 9 times out of 10, he's one of those.
Damon, you guys were 8 of 9 on converting on third downs. What led to that? Was it anything on their defense, or were you guys just rising to the occasion?
I would say just rising to the occasion, going out there and knowing the down and distance is extremely important in our offense, and just knowing where the sticks are. And I feel like we've done a great job of just staying on pace for that and just executing our plays at a high level.
Damon, I was on the sidelines and Jonah ran by me full speed, just barely missed me, and I just thought I can't even imagine hitting that. Do you hear anything from the defense? Maybe a little bit of intimidation of Jonah Coleman?
Yeah, a little bit. You'll see it after a few runs. He's the type of back that'll wear defenses down for sure, and that opens up opportunities for me in the read game. When I pull the ball, it's even bigger of a gap just because they're so worried about him.
Alex, how did you feel the pass defense play today?
I think obviously we got some things to work on, but I think when we were all on the same page, we looked really good tonight. We got some things to work on, but I think we'll be better going forward.
Damon, after learning behind Will last year and seeing the Apple Cup, come to Pullman, what does it mean to bring the Apple Cup back to Seattle after sitting behind last year and then taking the reins this year? And it's kind of your turn now.
It means a lot. Walking throughout the facility, you see it everywhere. The past 2 weeks, we've been harping on, just bring it back. And that was our goal coming out here, and I feel like we did just that.
Alex, you said that you watched a lot of college football as a kid. You understood what this rivalry was about. What did it feel like to play in it for the first time, and was it what you expected? Was it not what you expected?
I love the atmosphere. It felt great. It got a little chippy, really competitive. I just love being out there with my guys and competing at a high level.
Coach said that he didn't even bother to bring any speakers in to talk about the Apple Cup this year. What was the motivation going in? All week. What was the main motivation?
Just bringing it back. Rewatching last year's last play. Everybody that was here, trying to get the new players to really understand what it felt like, and coming out here. The fans was chirping early, especially during warm-ups and stuff. So being able to just come out of here with a W feels great.
I know you're celebrating, but have you allowed yourself to think about Ohio State? Yet that might be the biggest game of the year, and even bigger than any bowl game unless they were in it.
Yeah, not necessarily. I would say my whole preparation, my whole focus has been on Wazoo the past 2 weeks, and we got that 24-hour rule where we come back tomorrow and get ready to work, get ready to prepare for those guys.
Did you guys watch that last play from last year like a bunch of times, or just once, or
a lot?
How many would you say?
It's in the facility.